The mic off again. My God, when I'm gonna get it right. So, hi, hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine bias. I see my girl is in the house, Miss Wu. She says, "Good afternoon, Lady D and chat." Yes, indeed, girl. Thank you for coming in. The first one came in, and trust me, I'll be taking notice of stuff like this. Okay, so, guys, again, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine bias. Yes, indeed. As you can see right here by the topic, we're going to talk about there are certain boundaries that we cannot cross. And I want to go ahead and, make sure that I go and, to just do a little research. I did a little few research when it comes to stuff like this because like I said, ain't nobody got no bad money to put out on nothing, like I said. But if you air it out, you are free game. Some people, you just got to have thick skin. Let's talk about it. It's in the house. She says, "Hey, Lady D and chat." Yes, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Yes, indeed. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Come in and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And if you feel led, go ahead and hit the Cash App in my Dr. Umar Johnson voice. Hit the Cash App, Real Talk 985, and you are not obligated. But if you feel led, hey, go ahead and do it. Okay. So, guys, with all that being said, as you can see right here by the title, we're going to talk about the boundaries. Yes, the boundaries when it comes to public figures slash celebrities and who is off limits when it comes to criticism. Okay. We're going to go ahead and talk about all that right there. But before I continue with my commentary, guys, I want to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and say a prayer for make sure you keep Melody's brother Marcus. Make sure you keep him in prayer. I had got an email and I went ahead and I searched it out, that he had skin cancer. And this is not alleged, this is true, which he went to the dermatologist to go ahead and get it out. And like I said, when it comes to cancer, guys, we don't take that lightly. And over here, I don't care. We're going to make sure that we cover everyone. We may not like that person, right? But look, we're not going to talk about a person, especially when it's down. And we already know when it comes to cancer, you don't play with cancer. Cancer, like I said there and say, have taken many of our loved ones out. So we're going to go ahead and keep Melody's brother in prayer. He has a very smooth recovery. I know that I read, I heard, he was talking about he was on his way. he was going to the dermatologist, I guess, to go ahead and get it taken care of. It was skin cancer. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we keep him in prayer. We're not like, other people, how when they see someone down, they want to go ahead and put their foot on a person, especially I could never forget, and I'm not going to forget, especially when one of the content creators, when Kimmy had cancer, how they made fun of it, calling Maurice, calling him a cancer hunter. And good and well, guys, that is wrong, and I just don't understand, when people act like that, how could they sleep at night? You don't play like that. Like I say, no one just going around and say, oh, I'm going to go ahead and get cancer. Cancer, like I said, have taken many of our loved ones out. So make sure that you keep Melody's brother, yes, Marcus. He was, on the show a couple of times, and we're going to go ahead and keep him in prayer. Okay. So I want to make sure that I put that out before we continue. I see Tanya is in the house. She says, hello, Lady D and chat. How are you doing, Tanya? Also, my girls in the house, Davita James. She said, peace and blessings. Yes, indeed. How are you guys doing? Thank you for coming on and spending time with me, guys. Like I said, in here is grown folks. We not about pacifying anyone. Like I say, when it comes to this channel right here, this channel is not for everyone. If you think that, you wants to get stroked, hey, you might as well go ahead and hit the exit button, okay? And that's real talk. So I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and stay on an hour and about in 30 more minutes. Once I finish with all, what I need to go ahead and talk about, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. Okay. So anyone is welcome to come on. Okay. So before I get into my commentaries, you can see right here, the title is The Boundaries of Public Figures slash Celebrities and Who is Off Limit when it comes to criticism or just roasting a person, So we're going to talk about all that good stuff right there. But before I get on, it's something that I saw on the chat room. I want to go ahead and talk about this right quick, and then I can go ahead and get into the rest. I don't know if you guys saw this right here. I saw where this is on the shed room, where it says that a black superintendent who was shoved by student father files a restraining order against the parents. Now they say that it was racist motive. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say allege, but it would have to be something, because it was, a lot of white people, and it looked like this brother, he was like a fly in a bowl of milk. And for the father to, go ahead and make this big old spectacle, especially when it comes to, something that is very important to his daughter. I just know, when she went home, you could see that she was really, really upset. I don't think that she would ever, let this go. She's going to always remind her father of something like this. So let's go ahead and play just a little bit and comb through it and talk about this right here, because I found that this right here, this was really messed up. And we always talk about, we need to just go ahead and let go and move on. And no, like I said there and say, these people, they don't want to let go, they don't want to move on. They want to still think that they are superior over one another. And that's why I said there and say we need to start educating ourselves, get out of these reality shows and go out there and start, doing some searching and find out who you are. And I promise you, you're going to be surprised.
Excuse me. Where's Brandon?
Man, you better get up off
Where's
me, man.
Brandon? Where's
Get away from me, bro.
No, Jordan.
Hey, no, hey, you need to get, hey,
Walk away.
hey,
Walk away.
you gotta get off right now. I don't care. Get off the street right now.
That way, Michael. Oh.
And just look at that. I mean, that was very embarrassing for him to make that public spectacle. Why did he wait until his daughter, she start, she get up, and then he, do that? If anything, he should have just, when he saw the superintendent was in line, he should have just sat there and pull him on the side and say, "Look, I need to go ahead and talk to you." But that's just to show you how certain people think that they are superior over other people. But this right here is coming from the shed room, where it says during a Barbu High School graduation in Wisconsin, an altercation took place between the school superintendent and the parents of the graduate. Matthew Eddy, father of the graduate, became physical with the superintendent, Rainey Bridge. As he went to shake his daughter's hands at the time of the walk in the stage to receive her diploma, Eddie intervened by shoving the superintendent Bridge, preventing him from the exchange. And you saw the clip, like I said, this is her day. No way in the world that the father should have made it, about him. And also, I'm seeing right here where it says, according to at time, a representative of the school district confirmed that a restraining order was filed on Eddie by Superintendent Bridge and granted on Monday. A hearing would be I can't see the rest. Let me see what else is saying right here. Wait,
You can't do that. You
go
can't keep.
back. Let me go back and see what else is saying. But this is something that's just to show, and I was on someone else's page where they were saying that, we should move on, and stop holding on to the past because, it's nothing that you can do about it. No, we're not going to forget. I would never, ever forget because one thing that we know when it comes to history, it always repeats itself. And when they feel that, oh, you don't forget, it takes the what you call it, the millstone from around them, and it allowed them to continue doing what they are doing. I'm trying to see if I can go ahead and pull it up, but it says right here, Haley Wayne at school district of Barbu spokesman gave the following statement. The school district at Barbu is taking this accident very seriously and are working closely with local law enforcement to ensure a thorough investigation. Wayner says in the statement, our primary focus remain on celebrating the achievement of our graduates. Absolutely. We want to ensure that the significance of this milestone and the hard work of our students are not overshadowed by the unfortunate event. That was horrible, guys. And let me go ahead and read just a little few more of the comments where people says he just embarrassed her in a moment she cannot get back. And I promise you, she's gonna always sit there and remember this day of what her father did. It's just to show you. And we talk about it, all the time, especially when it comes to this particular reality show that I'm about to go ahead and talk about. Sometimes the children, they are more mature than the parents. The parents are the ones that's acting like fools and clowns. And someone else says that he ruined her moment. And I'm gonna go ahead and read a few more. Someone else says that so he just didn't want his daughter shaking the black guy's hand. I hope he end up with mixed grandchildren. So someone sat there and say, just because he didn't want his daughter to shake this black man's hands, most likely she might go ahead and find her a melanite. Yes, indeed. And also it says literally couldn't put his pride aside and ruin his daughter's big moment. It would not talk to him again. I don't think she will. I think she's very upset because you could look at her demeanor. It looked like she was shocked. It's like, she was not ready for that. And I also had read somewhere where they were saying that some girls or some people, and I'm gonna say allegedly, was bullying her, and they had went to the superintendent and he didn't do anything about it. But I don't know. He still should have never did something like that. That was too embarrassing. My God. Also, someone else says we need to start getting them chairs ready again. So they're talking about the chairs. You remember when I think you remember this black guy? I think he had pulled a chair and started beating these people up at the boat or something like that. So that's what they're talking about. That chair. So guys, let me know what your thoughts about this right here. When I saw that, I say, man, that was very disturbing. He made it all about himself. I see your hope is in the house. Yes, indeed. Your hope says, some says it was So let me see if I can pull this up so I can won't be so low at the bottom. Some says it was about so-called bullying the father reported to the school, and that's why, yes, he did what he did allegedly. Yeah, I did hear that one right there. But still, of all, you hope he didn't have to go ahead and do push it that far. She also say yes, and I can see why they say it's racially motivated because Barbu is mostly Caucasian. Absolutely. Um, Hey, Chandela. Chandela is in the house. She says, "Good afternoon, lady and chat." So, guys, again, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine bias. So, let me go ahead and read this disclaimer before I continue with my commentary. The copyright is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I want to make sure that I go ahead and get that out the way before I continue. So hold on one second, guys. I need to go ahead and read this disclaimer before I continue. Hold on one second, guys. I need to go ahead and do something. Yeah, so let me know what your thoughts about all this right here, guys. Let me do this right quick and then hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys. I need to go ahead and I need to do something right quick, okay? Okay, guys, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me see where I'm at so I can go ahead and get back on track. Okay, let me go ahead and load this music down right here because I promise you, no phone was ringing and nobody asked me nothing until I came on live. Okay, so let me see if I can lay this, turn this music off right quick. Okay, Gail Francis in the house. She says, "Good afternoon, everyone. I am working and listen and cannot chat much." Well, thank you that you are here. Thank you very much. My girl, Dark and Lovely, is in the house. She says, "Hello, beauties," at Lady D and chat. Yes, guys, welcome. Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. I see that I got 36 people in here, guys. Come on. Hit the well, if you want to hit the cash app, you can, but make sure you hit that like button. I mean, that's a lot. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share these videos for more unapologetic content. Let me see how many I have in here before I continue. Let me see how many I have in here. Okay, guys, I got 38 people in the live and I only see 20 likes. Come on, guys, hit the cash app. Like I said, if you are in here, at least support it. If you feel that this is not the channel for you, then, go where, you feel that you're going to get the information that you you looking for. And also I put the link down, so if anyone want to come on, guys, you are welcome to come on, especially if I know you. So guys, let me go ahead and talk about what I went ahead and first let me go ahead and get the phone. Everything is dropping, okay? I see my girl Ken's big sister is in the house. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Ken, big sister. Thank you for coming on. And like I said, I wanted to go ahead and talk about this right here because I was doing some research. I did a lot of research and I went down, especially when it came to YouTube. I wanted to see who are the ones, that's really sitting there talking about these people personal business, because like I said, this is a reality show. Reality shows is different from celebrities. Celebrities, they when they come on TV, most of their shows, is scripted, but when it comes to reality shows, most of the stuff, it is not scripted. So like I said, they can say in and everything, but still of all, they only showing you just a little snippet. They're not showing you everything, only a snippet. But still of all, just like I said, the question is, the boundaries when it comes to public figures slash celebrities and who is off limits. And when I say who is off limit in criticism, if you are not a public figure or you are not a celebrity, you just like we are, just, watching, stuff that's on social media, and we have a Facebook page, and, we like to sit there and show our pictures and stuff like that. Well, that is not a public figure. That is a private account. And that's the difference between public figures and people that have their own private social media account. Those people cannot get touched. You touch these people, I promise you, you will be sued. Now, I was going down, on YouTube, just watching, who are the ones that's posting, people that's not even supposed to be on social media. Like, for instance, Ariane Curry, you have to get permission. When you wants to post her content on her private page, you have to get permission. And we got these people that they crosses the boundaries. And the minute when we do something, we say something, then we going to get sued for defamation, or we going to be threatened that these people are coming after us and going to unalive us. See, that's how they treat us. But see, the reason why they doing it to us is because they are feeling threatened because of the stuff that they've been doing. It's okay for them to do it. But when the tables start turning, then they want to holler foul. Now, if they are a public figure and stuff that is on, like TV, or, they out there, in a public environment, they are free game. You could sit there and talk about it. If you can't sing, you can't dance, you can't act, then, you just have to have thick skin. Now, when you start going into these people personal business, like I saw a content creator, she went ahead and she posted some pictures talking about Martell, he cannot sell his house. And, I thought that, this investment property was also, Ariane's, and they putting all these people personal business on social media and making it out of content. Yes, you can get sued for that. You can get sued because that is not on the show. That is these people private business. And I was sitting there saying why this content creator wants to talk about Martell and Ariane cannot sell their property when she don't have a pot to piss in, and yes, I said it, and a window to throw it out of. She don't even have a key to turn her own doorknob, living with her parents on a dirty mattress. Now that's just to show you how these people are. That's why I say these people are what I call computer thugs. And like I say, this commentary might not be for everybody. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing, because enough is enough. You cannot sit there and throw a rock and hide your hands, and soon in a minute when things does not go your way, then you wants to holler foul. Well, it doesn't work like that. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about this, okay? Chantel said exactly. Also, Tanya says, "Do you think CCs are public figures?" No, no, because like I said, a CC. Sorry about that, guys. I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay, so let me go ahead and fix it again. This is my second time did this. I have to watch what I'm doing. Okay, I have to watch exactly what I'm doing. No, CCs, content creators are not public figures. They are not public figures because they did not sit there and sign their life on, to be scripted or perform for you. You see what I'm saying? It is a limit. You cannot go around and thinking that you can dox content creators because if you dox content creators, trust me, you can go to jail for that. You can go to jail if you dox content creators. I know if you dox me, you're definitely going to jail. Okay, and that's the facts. That is facts. But to get back when it comes to the celebrities, or reality shows, because celebrities and reality TV, they are turning two different corners. I would never put a celebrity as a reality uh personality. That's two different people. When you're a celebrity, you got something that's scripted. But CCs are not public figures. You go and you try to dox these people, I promise you, you will be in a world of trouble. Okay. Also, Gail friend says, "Hey, big sis." She's talking to and Tanya says, "I think what you put out on TV is fair game." Absolutely, but when you have to dig for stuff, that's crossing the boundaries. Absolutely, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. I have some bullet points where we're gonna talk about all that right there. But the sad thing about it is that most of all the stuff that is happening when it comes to this particular show, it's not on the show. So if you don't like a person and if you want to see this show canceled, then don't talk about it at all. Don't talk about it at all. So when you want to dig up these people personal business saying that Martell, he's asking for a what you call that, DNA, and we didn't see anything about that. Not on this reality show. So if it's not on a reality show, you cannot talk about it. Because if you do talk about it, if he didn't put it out on social media, then that's defamation. Now, if like Miss Buddy do, if Miss Buddy sat there and she come out and Martell used to do it too. So like I said there and say what you can't sit there and just say Melody. In the beginning, Martell was doing the same thing. When Melody sat there and she go hard on social media and start venting to her millimeters, then Martell come and he do a reaction. So these people put their business out on social media, but they also public figures. So if you put it out, you are free game. If you, like they say, if you air your business out, you can't get mad how a person is going to go ahead and spin that narrative. But when it comes to Ariane could say whatever she wants on her private page, whatever she wants. But you cannot take it and monetize off it. And if you monetize off it, then you can get in a world of trouble. You can get in a world of trouble. And I just hope that she go and see, what type of legal stuff that she can do when it comes to these people stalking her, harassing her, and putting her private content on their channel just for someone to sit there and pick it apart, make it make sense. Ken Big Sister says that, hey, Gail, also Chandela says, okay, she's driving by their home and this, yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's stalking a person. So I have some I wrote down some bullet points, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about all that right there. Also, Tanya says, I think when a CC put themselves in that space and crosses boundaries, they open up their back door. What a CC put out there is fair, even with subs. What I give is what you get. It could be, but it's still a boundary, and I think that when it comes to the CC content creators, I think that most of them came from out of nowhere when this show came about. And so I kind of understand what you're saying right now, Tanya. Now I see what you're talking about because some of them had crossed the boundaries. How they sat in there, figured that they cannot be touched, but you can be touched. You sitting there, you talking about these people families and sitting there doxing these people, going on their business page and stalking their business and knocking on their doors. Yes, you can get sued. You can get sued, and you deserve to get sued. And all the stuff that is going on when it comes to what happened to Maurice. How they call Maurice a cancer hunter. I hope Maurice don't let go of that. And also, I felt in the spirit when Maurice had got arrested when they all was at Black. I think, like I say, these people most likely was there, uh, called the police or had people that was on standby, just watching every move that these people make. And when they saw that Maurice went ahead and slipped up, they sat there and had the cops to go ahead and arrest him. And also, I also think, and all this right here is alleged, is that how these people getting this information is that most likely they have to be getting from someone that works in the facility or the courthouse or wherever that information is coming from. That's exactly how I look at it. I see my girl is in the house. Speak with your girl, Marcella. She said, "Love, hey ladies, how are you doing? Speak with your girl, Marcella." She said, "Please hit the like button." Thank you. Thank you for coming in, Marcella, guys. Make sure you go ahead and check out Speak with your girl, Marcella, and we still keeping her and her family in prayer. And like I said, girl, you are covered by the blood of Jesus. You got prayer warriors all around you. Trust me, ain't no weapon formed against you nor your family. But like I said, we already know who we dealing with. And I like how when it comes to Miss Marcella, in spite of all the stuff that they trying to sit there and throw her way, what she do? She dances. And that's what David did. When David was going against all these haters and these Goliaths, and what David did, David danced until he danced his clothes off. And sometimes in the midst of all the stuff that is happening, you got to dance in spite of, but you are covered by the blood of Jesus, okay? And everything that try to come against you, God said there and say they're going to flee 7 different ways. And that's real talk. But you keep dancing on the head of those devils. Dance on the head of those devils. So let me go ahead and read this right here. It says it is important to remember that when someone chooses to participate in a reality show or a scripted show, they are open themselves to public scrutiny and criticism. So when you come on a reality show or a scripted show, you open yourself for that. So when someone says something about you, you cannot get mad. You cannot get mad. You just have to have thick skin. You sign for that. Like they said, much is given, much is required. While it's understandable that not everyone will agree or appreciate their action, it's crucial to separate the show from their personal lives. Now, we got a lot of people that don't know how to separate this reality show from these people personal life. And that's where we at right now because everybody wants to talk about what's going on in these people personal life. But when it's the show, oh, the show is boring. Oh, they're not giving it. But yet you dig up some stuff when it comes to these people personal life. And that's where, I'm talking about there are certain boundaries that you cannot cross. Also, it says it is important to have thick skin and understand that viewers may have different perspective on the show. So you have to have thick skin. If someone say you can't dance, you can't act, you can't sit there and say, "Oh, this is defamation. I'm going to get an attorney to shut it up, shut it down." No, you can't do that. If you can't sing, you can't sing. If you can't dance, you can't dance. You are public figures. Now, if I sat there and start digging into your personal business, going into your medical records, like they did Martell, going to the hospitals and posting pictures of this man in the hospital, yes, Martell could come after you like that. That's why I said they say Martell have to know when to sit there, how that song goes by Kenny Rogers, when to hold them and when to fold them. You have to know when to sit there and set and throw these lawsuits on these people. Now, if they sitting there, they following you at the hospital, that's right there. That's grounds for HIPAA law. You don't post no one in the hospital, okay? That's why I said there and say some of these people, they are very weirdos, and most of them, some of them is working in those type of facilities. That's what I see. The spirit does not lie to me, okay, guys? However, it is equal important to remember that everyone deserves respect and empathy outside of the show as individuals with their own lives and emotions. So you have to respect these people privacy. You have to respect these people privacy, but you're not exempt. You're not exempt because if you are a public figure, you have to realize the minute when you step out that house, somebody is watching you. But when you start coming on social media and start putting your personal business out there, then you can't tell people how to spin that narrative. You put it out there. Nobody will never know anything about nobody unless you put it out there. So, like I said, you are free game because what's in the atmosphere, trust me, it's going to come back. I see my girl is in the house. Misbehaving is fun. Yes, indeed, girl. I saw them commercial rolling, girl. Make sure you go and check out all misbehaving content and make sure you watch those commercials, guys. I saw that right there. My girl is now monetized. Yes, indeed, got the green light. So let me go ahead and read some more. Then after that, so let me go ahead and read a little bit more. So I wrote some points. Let me see what I got. Yeah. So right here, it says that privacy and consent. Okay. So we're going to talk about that right there. But I want to talk about this right here. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, I'm trying to see when individuals make the considered decision to participate in a reality show or a scripted TV program, it is of utmost importance for them to possess a comprehensive understanding of the potential implication and ratification that may arise. It is crucial for these individuals to be adequately prepared for the possibility of their action and behavior being subjected to intense scrutiny and judgment for others. It is also essential to acknowledge that not everyone will share the same perspective or approve of their conduct, and such it has become imperative to cultivate a sense of resilience and mental fortitude. And that's right there. That's talking about, just say like with Ariane Curry, there's a limit that you can cross. Also, it says the privacy and consent. Respect the person privacy and obtain their implicit consent before creating content about them, especially if it's involved personal information or private moments. So if these people got private moments, just say that these people going out there to the zoo, these people having a fun day with their family. You don't go and start these people and thinking that you can make content. That's why I said there and said we don't do that type of stuff. I was on YouTube trying to find out, what do we do? People that is not a millimeter, people that, not overzealous fans, we might like people, but I don't see too many content creators are sitting there trying to dox people and trying to follow these people. I don't see. But when it comes to these overzealous fans, I see so many videos even talking about Ariane's child. I even saw a video today where a content creator called Ariane's child Chucky, like he was a Chucky doll, talking about this girl's child. Now, you know good and well that right there, boundaries. I don't care if you're a fan to whomever, nowhere in the world that this should be a part of someone's content. No way it should be. That is not right. Okay. So stuff like that. So also copyright and intellectual. What they can do on their personal page, you put it on your on your channel, then they can get you for copyright and intellectual property. Ensure that you have the necessary permission to use any copyright material such as images or videos belongs to that person. Respect their intellectual property rights. So you can't go on and thinking that you can go on these people private page and take their stuff and use it against them. You can't do that. That's just to show you, you guys, like I say, you guys are very demonic. You guys are very demonic. You cannot do that. Like I said, they're insane. And I hope if Ariane and Martel, if they did not give you guys permission to use their content, their property, then I wish that they go after you. Go after these people. Okay. Ms. Wu says they acting like paparazzis, but they not acting like paparazzi. They not paparazzi. Yes, they acting like it. They just what I call hungry vultures. These people are hungry vultures. Now I see if you're gonna sit there and you might, play a little few clips, but you don't play a little few clips of these people that sit there and put your foot on their neck. I couldn't even do that. How the heck, if somebody I don't like, I'm going to take their property, put it on my channel, and sit there and try to crucify that person. I'm not going to do that. But if they are a public figure, that's a different, guys. If they are celebrities, entertainers, then yes, you could do that because they put themselves out there. Like something like this. Let me show you. I'm going to show you an example. See this right here. This right here. This is free games. Let me go ahead and play this right here.
If people say, Monica, how can you laugh at that? Because damn it, it's fun.
Absolutely. I see stuff like that. Yes, you could put that up there. You can put that up there because she are out there performing. She's out there in public performing as a public figure, an entertainer. But if you are around these people home while they out there cleaning up their investment property or going to the zoo, you cannot put that. You cannot put that. You cannot use that. And especially when it comes to the ones that's off limits. You can't do that, guys. I promise you. I promise you, it's going to be repercussions. Tanya says, my YouTube friend, I don't have many, but I love them like they live next door. But when you hurt people for $1, I am not for that. Marcella, misbehaving, and you all are fair. Absolutely. But they got some, like I said, it got some of these hungry vultures, but you have to see the condition of these people. Like I say, these people is not going to come from behind the computer. They are computer thugs. They're going to sit there and use these avatars, and they're not going to show themselves because these people are assigned to be agitators, just to sit there and try to put their foot on everybody else while lifting up another person. But it's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that at all. Okay. And that's real talk. And also, I'm on number 3. It's a accuracy and fact checking. You have to make sure when you put all that information out there, it got to be accurate. It also have to be fact checking, especially when it comes to these people private life. Now, if it's on a reality show and you talking about the stuff that's on the reality show, they free game. You could spin that story however you want, because we all, even though we looking at one show, it's like we see from 2 different lenses. You see? So if what I see, I don't care how you guys want to go ahead and spin the story. I see when it comes to Melody Sheree or Melody Host, whatever name she comes, what I see on this reality show, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, what is entertainment purpose only, I see she as a person that has very low self-esteem. Now you might be arguing and say, I don't think that Melody has low self-esteem. Yes, she do. Melody has low self-esteem, and anyone that sit there and say otherwise, then you need to go ahead and check yourself. Because Melody, for 7 whole seasons, we've been watching this girl beat this dead horse, wring this old dirty dish right till she couldn't wring it no more. If she sat there and say, she have moved on, they gave her scenes where, she denounced her last name, that was very creepy, but still she started talking about Martell. She even went, when they had some vacation in Texas where she came in and told her other cast members, don't pair me up with Martell, don't bring Martell up his name, something like she said verbatim. But yet when she got a chance to sit there to get around the girls, because she got to make everything about her, then she started talking about Martell. Martell never gave me a big O. Why would you want to even talk about that when you set the scene and said that nobody, should pair you up with Martell? See, like I said, the only person that can go around talking about Martell, to drag him, and that's her. So quite obvious she has low self-esteem, because if she did not have low self-esteem, then she's going to talk about stuff that is going on in her personal life. Now you might sit there and say, well, this is a reality show. Well, like I say, we watching this. We're trying to see when is this woman is going to go ahead and move on. She's not going to move on because she has low self-esteem. Long as she beating this dead horse and she's making money off of somebody else's pain, then she's going to continue doing that. So you cannot get mad with stuff like that, because all this right here is based off of a reality show. And that's real talk, guys. And you can't get mad. You can't go around and sit there and say, oh, I'm going to sit there and sue her. You can't sue nobody for that, because they signed their name. Like they said, you play on the devil's playground, then hey, this is what you get. The devil does not play fair. The devil does not play fair. And even we can go off of this. Like I say, this is facts. Tisha came out and said, you got a dark soul. Do I need to play the videos? Do I need to play the videos? So to me, anybody that even Martell say even come in her presence, they end up finding out who she is. This is nothing about being jealous. It's that we are sick and tired of seeing this woman, she does not have a solution to move on. People ready to move on. If this is her last season, then I just pray to God it is her last season, so she can go and focus on her health, focus on her peace, focus on what she got working with. Because long as she's a part of this show, it's going to be about Martell. And Martell would be very crazy to entertain that again. Because the minute when you sit there and you get the palm people involved, then I have nothing to do with you. This is not no acting. I don't want to have nothing to do with you, because you're not going to give me a case off of something, off a reality show, because you feel like, this is the only way that you can sit there and keep a roof over your head. Devil, you is a lie, and the truth is not in you. But this right here got to be low self-esteem. She even told Marcel, Tisha needs to be like her, because Tisha is a strong woman. Because she's a strong woman, as if Tisha was weak. No, you are the weakling. You are the missing link, because you cannot sit there and move on. It's got to be something tearing down. If you're not tearing down your ex-husband, you're tearing down Letitia and Marcel. Start talking about something that you are doing, some solution, something that you have moved on. We're not going to get that part. I promise you, we're not going to get that part. And that's real talk. My girl, beloved. Yes, beloved. She said, Lady D, Godspeed chat. You are correct. She does have low self esteem. This is beyond sadness. Absolutely. And then people said they say, oh no, she don't have low self. Yes, she do. And we could talk about that because these people are public figures. We only could talk about stuff that we see. Like I say, what I see, you might not see. You might sit there and say, oh no, she's the strongest person. She's in control. Oh, she's this. She's beautiful. That's you. That's your opinion. But this is my opinion. My opinion is that she has low self esteem. That's why she can never, ever come on social media without hiding behind the filter because she don't want you to see the real her. Why? She's not an ugly person. But like I said, she looked like any basic person that's walking around. Take the wig off, take the makeup off, and she looked like any basic, you know what? So no way in the world that I'm going to sit there and ride hard for a woman that sit there, pull down her pants and pull it up just like anybody else. So you can't foul. Like I said, now when it comes to Ariane Curry, that's a whole story by itself because she's not a public figure. She didn't sign up for this. You guys going into her personal space, going on her channel, IG or wherever she's at, and putting all that information for the whole entire world to pick it apart. Now, yes, she could do it because she's not a public figure, but when it comes to Melody, now does it? Melody has limits. Yes, but long as she's on social media, she's putting it out, she airing it out, then she's free game. Now, if I sat there and start doing what happened to Cardi B and Tasha K, that's a whole story by itself. Because Cardi B sat there and say when Tasha K had said about the medical records and all this other stuff, well, I'm not going to get into it because you all know the story. That wasn't true. To take them videos down, she was in her rights. But with this right here, you cannot sit there and say, oh, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to get these people for defamation just because I can't sing, just because I can't act, just because according to what they see on these reality shows, you have low self-esteem. Yes, you do have low self-esteem. And you also are narcissist of what we see. If the world is not centered around you, that's why when she do her little events, it's always like a childlike event, these little slumber parties. Notice when she do events, it always got to be so childish. She reminds me of what what's that? What's the name? Azana. What's the name, guys? On Fix My Life. Ayana, Fix My Life. Ayana Vanzat. That's what she reminded me when Ayana had told someone, you're a grown person, but you stuck in a child's mind, and that's what we could say based off of a reality show. When I saw these little slumber parties all the time, when she do stuff like that, like last time when she had invited Kiki, they had a slumber party. If I'm not mistaken, they were sleeping in a tent in their house. But it's like people, when you see those type of behavior, it's like these people are stuck, they grown, and I'm not a psychiatrist, but this is all based off of a reality show. It's like they just stuck in like a child mind, and she's stuck like it's like high school. So I don't know, like I said, based off of this reality show, maybe, that's where everything has stopped. When she was like that age, she most likely had all the attention on her. And as she was growing up, she longed for that same attention. And the only way that she can play it out on this reality show. And that's why I sat there and say, this right here, this to me, this is not healthy. This show right here is very trauma bonding. It is just not healthy because these people, they do not want to come up with a solution. They don't want to come up with a solution. It's like, oh, I like it in here. I like wilding in my mess. That's how I see it, and that's real talk. That's real talk, guys. You're right. Country girl says fair game. Yeah, you air it out, you fair game. He ain't going nowhere. But the sad thing about it is when these children grow up and they start seeing it, they start putting these dots together and start seeing all this mess right here. This will say a person with a controlling spirit is insecure. Absolutely. Because everything got to be about them. That's why they don't want to denounce these overzealous fans. They're not going to denounce these fans because that's how they get their energy. Because, like I said, the glory of God already had left out of these people. They don't have the power to lay it down and they don't have the power to raise it back up. So if they out there sitting there, I'm going to send and cast spells on you, I'm gonna send it back to you. You don't have the power to do that. Because if you had the power to do that, you don't need to sit there and get other trauma binding people to sit there and glorify and lift you up and do your bidding. If anything, if it's not going to be spells, it's going to be these overzealous fans that's trying to dox these people, trying to sit there and stark them and try to, harm them and unalive that like they tried to do me. It's these overzealous fans that's got you got to watch. So don't worry about all this stuff that, they got spells and they sending spirits to me. The only spirits that they're going to send to you is these live boogers that's sitting there doing her bidding, that's going to try to stalk you and sabotage you like they doing, what's her name? Stormy. And when they do that, call the police on them, call 911, or you said their peace be still on them. Because if they knock on my door, trust me, you're going to go away two ways. Two ways you knock on my door. And that's real talk, okay? That's real talk. So they are powerless. Powerless. Unless they got a whole bunch of wolves in sheep clothing out there doing their bidding. And that's real talk, okay? Country Girl says it's the behavior that makes people ugly. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it shows. It shows. Beloved. Hey, beloved. Beloved says agree, and a lot of insecurity. She's very childish. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tanya says a child in a grown woman's body. That's exactly what you see. To me, based off of this reality show, because all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. I already read the rules to you. I read the rules to you. Yes, there are boundaries. There are boundaries, but if you are a public figure and you putting your business out there, how are we gonna know? I only could talk about something that I know. I can't talk about nothing that I don't know. You air it out, you are free game. And you can't tell us, oh, you can't say that about that person. Well, they put their life on a reality show. And if I sit there and say, I see insecurity, I see low self esteem, I see a narcissist, I see a person that is very manipulative, very calculated. And if things don't go her way, she's going to sit there and stick her dogs on you because she cannot sit there and send spirits to you. Because, like I say, Ichabod the left. Ichabod, the glory of God is all out of that. You see what I'm saying? That's why they don't want to go ahead and denounce that. They don't want to denounce that. Yes, we praying for Tim. Yes, indeed, we praying for Tim. But God got him covered. Davida said real hard truth. Like I say, ain't nobody mad but the devil. If you can't stand the heat, then you got out the kitchen. Just say ouch. And that's real talk. Kimmy said, your followers are not very nice to us. Must be talking to somebody else because we very nice in here, honey. We just like I said, we just do open heart surgery. Like I say, anybody that come in here, you're gonna get open heart surgery. And anytime when somebody open you up, yes, it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be for your good. We're not here to sit there and say, oh, we being nasty people. No, not at all. But we're gonna call it like it is. You guys sat there and you guys started all this. And we're not going to sit there and say, oh, we fight evil with evil. No, but we're not going to be no doormats because I already told you the kingdom of heaven suffer violence and you got to take this by force. We're not going to sit there and be no whipping whips and let these people sit there and use us like a doormat. We're not going to do that because we know, yes, it's going to form, but it won't prosper. We already know they have been exposed. They have been exposed. And that's real talk. They have been exposed. So guys, again, I'm done. I'm done. So, if anybody got something to say before I go ahead and close it out, feel free. I'm dropping the link. So if anybody want to come up, you are welcome to come up. I didn't know I stayed this long. I mean, God, an hour. Boy, that hour flew by. That hour flew by, guys. I promise you, I didn't know that I has came on and stayed that long. I mean, that hour flew by. Miss Speak with your girl Marcella says she is competing against Stormy and she is falling short. God is not the author of confusion. You better say it. God is not the author of confusion, but of love, peace, and of a sound mind. And this right here is not no love. This is not no peace. This is not no sound mind because they can't get no rest until they plotting on somebody else. This is not what I call the act of a God. This is the act of a devil. But what goes around comes around. That's why you have to be careful how you setting out there and you putting things out there in the atmosphere. But you cannot hollow foul when it does not go your way. Not everybody is going to sit there and put you on that highest pedestal. And you also have to watch the ones that put you on that pedestal because they are the same ones that's going to shake your tail right off it. And that's real talk. Okay. So go ahead and close me out, country girl. I'm done. And like I said, I just felt, just to talk about it because we got a lot of people that's saying, they ride for righteousness. They stand on truth. But some of these people, they don't stand on truth. You're going to know them. You're going to know them. They'll sit there and say, oh, I'm not a millimeter. Yes, you are. You are wolves in sheep clothing and you are being exposed. Because I'm not going to ride for anyone. And I'm not telling nobody to sit there and hate on nobody. You choose whatever boat that floats whatever floats your boat. But I'm telling you, anybody that sat there tries to emasculate, sit there and try to drag people and make them look like a fool on TV just for monetary gain and start getting the palm people involved in it. I don't have time for those type of people. I don't have time for those type of people. I don't have time for those type of people. I will expose you in a minute. Now I'm here to tell you, and I'm gonna close it out right here. They got wolves that's coming on in sheep clothing, saying that they are a part of us, but they are not a part of us. And you're going to know them by the fruit that they bear. Because nowhere in the world that I'm going to straddle the fence. If I'm in, I'm in. If I'm hot, I'm hot. If I'm cold, I'm cold. But I cannot be in between. I cannot straddle the fence. And I cannot ride for anyone that sat there and tried to emasculate and get the white man involved to sit there and take people away from their children just because things is not going your way or you don't have a storyline. I can't deal with people like that, okay? Misbehaving says sometimes the truth hurts. I'm fighting with you, but I still love you because you are my sister and brother. We can all win. Absolutely, there's enough room for everybody. Enough room for everybody. But we're going to call it like it is. Because when my sister hurt, I hurt. And no way in the world that you're going to go around and sit there and talk about people illness, talk about people children, and things just because we not out there sitting there tearing down that we not going to say nothing. You got to be fooled. This right here is what I call a Joshua generation that say enough is enough and you will be exposed. And that's real talk. So guys, thank you very much for coming on. So anyone, my girls, country girls, say everyone, great live, Lady D. Everyone enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe and God bless you all. Beloved, say especially when it's your opinion. Absolutely right. Okay, guys. So you all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.